Hello, this is Starshot here to welcome you back to my Let's Play of Ys Origin. We last left off pretty much finding, or going through the Guilty Fire some more after finally beating our brother Tull, and doing some, pretty much just fighting some more enemies, grinding a little, finding our new power here, the, makes our floating eyes now spin around. And now after going up and taking care of the music tower that would, did horrible damage to us, we can now continue on and see where else we can find and hopefully get to our next boss. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, just to make sure, let's go ahead and upgrade our weapon here. Since we have some ore we got. So, all taken care of for that. And then, of course, we have Dino here. He just gives you a hint. Telling you to check stuff if you miss it, to, get some extra goodies or things like that. I didn't think the rooms were randomly spawning. Yeah, so just kind of gives you advice and stuff to look forward to, but overall, it's not really that interesting. So time to go back to the corridor and make our way up again. And now we're doing quite a bit more power to these enemies here. Of course, we could just simply ignore them and keep moving. But it looks like some of at least the glowing red ones that we were fighting before are pretty much gone completely now. Which would, make sense. Since they were there just to keep the door blocking us from making our way. I'm not quite sure about these enemies here that are just kind of like spinning tops. They're not really that menacing even with the fire. Okay, and we're doing a little bit more damage to these guys now from what it was before, thanks to the upgrade. And now we have this area again, where we get to bounce her all around and make our way through to hopefully find some goodies. There we go. Now we finally have the spirit cave, so we can use that if we're not close to any goddess statues. Yeah, it looks like I wasn't able to make it from here at least. Yeah, I guess for the most part, hard mode for Ys Origins here isn't too bad so far. Darn it. I figured I could keep going, but I guess not. There we go, we got the shell greaves. So we have our next equipment to go with our cape, or our cloak here. And these guys are a lot more powerful in this one room alone. It's kind of weird, because the red glowing ones are supposedly supposed to be is stronger, but of course, you know, we had barely any trouble at all, and then as soon as we get to this area here, you know, all of a sudden, they're so much stronger and harder to kill. Which I guess is one of the few flaws to some video games, is like when they try to increase the level of a monster, you know, it's sometimes just determined by what room they're in, not how big they are or how menacing they look sometimes. Or that because we already met them once before, but here they're somehow stronger for some reason. But oh well. And it's still kind of weird just how much damage apparently the demons have done to the land here. That it's all fire and brimstone, like a scene from Dante's Inferno or something. But they gotta show some sort of upheaval from demons showing up and ruining everyone's day. And then of course you have to wonder about all this lava here, you know, and how it can only move that slowly going down like that as a waterfall. I get that it's not water, but I would think it can move a little bit faster than that. There we go. These purple ones are kind of annoying, but hey, at least we got our next level here, so no worries. Now, let's see. Apparently the boxer guys still aren't too bad, and thanks to the extra level, we should be more or less able to handle the other guys now, the ones with the, you know, swords that always do the downward swings. They don't really give you names unless you look in the bestiary. But this spot right here is pretty good for grinding if you want to try and get some levels. They all kind of group up and try to attack you like that. I always try to make sure to clear things out just so that, you know, they don't slow me down or anything, even though I'm sure I could just avoid them if I really wanted to. But that seems, to me, feels defeats the purpose of an adventurer kind of going around trying to, you know, find someone going through a dangerous place and all that. Well, let's go ahead and visit the treasure chest here. There we go. So now, of course, it's, you know, now we have to light those torches to unlock the chest so we can finally get the medallion and move around, or move on. And it is nice that they do show us where they all are. And hey, the monsters apparently get to reappear too. There we go. Gotta find our way up here if we want to get to this torch as well as the other one. Well, Well, I guess now that we've kind of gotten to this far into the game, it's very much, pretty much playing the way you would expect it to, even as a ranged hero. You kind of, you get used to him in a certain way, and you can, he pretty much is very much the running around, still fighting gameplay that we have grown to enjoy after playing through Unica's campaign. And, when I think about it, I think about some of the other action type of games I've played. Like, for the most part, when it comes to, I think, action RPGs, I'm trying to remember what my first one would have been. I think the first one I remember would be Threads of Fate. An old school PS1 game, for those of you who don't know. Threads of Fate was pretty much an action RPG where you played as you chose two characters. You either got to play as Rue, a mysterious boy with a mysterious past, who is raised by a woman who apparently has the abilities to shapeshift into different animals, and is able to, and also wields kind of this interesting kind of relic-looking sword. And he goes on an adventure to find a way to revive the woman who took care of him, because sadly she was killed by a mysterious creature that attacked them at their cabin one night. So that's kind of how you got started. It was very fun. Like, it wasn't something I was used to, and I felt like the levels, as well as the gameplay, was, pretty much what I liked about most games. And of course, I very much enjoyed the story. You did also have a second option of choosing to play as a woman or a girl, or actually a princess, named Mint, who used magic. That was her big thing. And she very much was looking for the same treasure that the boy, that I was talking about before, Rue, previously. He was looking for the treasure to revive him, for his caretaker or mother figure even. Whereas Mint wants to use it so that she can rule the world. That's what she wants to do. And it's all very interesting and comical. It has its funny moments, it has its sad moments. It was all around a fairly good game, and it was disappointing that they never did a sequel to it. As far as I can tell, especially because they left it open to one as you play through the game. Oh hey, I actually teleport right back. I guess I forgot about that part. But hey, here we are. We got the Construct Medallion. And we're pretty good on a level so far. But I might want to maybe grind up one level here for taking on the Construct boss. Just because, we're not that far off, and there are plenty of enemies around this area. That should allow us to do that. I think for the most part, this is probably one of the better areas to grind in the game for at this part of the stage. But I should only just need one level here, and then that should be all I need. And as you can see, there's plenty of enemies to fight, which help with that. But yeah, Threads of Fate, definitely a game I would recommend people check out. Like, there are quite a few games I have, like, I would either love to replay again, or love to see a sequel to, or maybe even some form of a spiritual sequel, spiritual successor to one of them being Threads of Fate, another one of them being Lunar, the Eternal Blue. Never did finish that game. Really would like to finish it and beat it, but sadly I haven't really found too many options to do that. Mostly because the game hasn't really shown up in any of the virtual stores that I can remember that I've seen, and you know, and trying to find an intact copy is definitely not simple. So the only option I would have would be to emulate it, but I'd rather avoid that if I can, just because I think the company who created it deserves their money. Even if I did buy the original copy long ago and tried to play through it but never did. Okay, let me go ahead and respawn the enemies here before I... no, never mind. Lost my buff. Oh well. So yeah, Threads of Fate, Eternal Blue, Legend of Dragoon, definitely. I'm trying to think what other... Like, funny enough, a lot of the games I'm calling off right now are PS1 games. Like, Brave Prince of Musashi, funny enough, did get a sequel, or almost like a remake, I think, from what I remember. Because I did play through it and enjoyed it for what it was. Even if it was kind of weird and in some parts, and the voice actor they got for it, I'm not quite sure I would have gone with that voice. But funny enough, I believe the voice actor who did the Musashi spiritual sequel also did Naruto. And I got used to that eventually. There we go. Oh yeah, I already got my level, so I should probably just get to the save point here and maybe get a few blessings. Like with all the SP I keep getting and I haven't spent on, it would be nice to use it for something. Incidentally, I did use some of it for those upgrades very, very early on, if I recall. And but sadly, it wasn't enough to kind of get me up to the number I would like it to be. Because it would be nice to get the upgrade for the increased movement speed. Since it doesn't, cost that much to do the armor upgrades, which is nice. But I would like to try and have this, if possible, but sadly, I don't have enough SP. So sadly, that's all the time we have for today. So join us next time as we take on the Construct boss behind that door there, and just see how quickly we can beat him. So until next time, have fun gaming.